Alrighty, so the Jamaican sprint relay team, the women had no such hiccup as the men did. The team of Jodine Williams, Tia Clayton, Tina Clayton, and Janelle Smith in that order won their heat in a season's best 41.80 seconds. And pretty good performance. So we're looking at them here now, Bruce.
Tina Clayton gets to Janelle Smith again in what I refer to as a conservative or a safe exchange, and that change is completed before they even get to the 20-meter mark of the 30-meter zone. And that to me is safe. Now what happens, well, in fact, we're going to get to see all. Here, Jodine has handed to Tia at the 20-meter mark. This is, oh, well, they're showing the Italian. Okay, now look at this, and I don't know if you can slow it down. Tina already has it there. That's 20 meters. She's not even at the end of the zone there. And again, we're going to see the same thing, and I'm going to actually ask the producer to actually stop it. So this is Tina Clayton, silver medal in 100. So Janelle has run off, and she's coming up. They have not even reached the 20-meter mark. The baton.
But she's drifting to the inside of her lane.
Let's see. So Janelle, go ahead. Let's get Janelle to get the baton. And that's before the 20-meter mark. They still have 10 meters left. And Janelle is up and gone. That's a conservative exchange. Now, what the coaches and the athletes could decide is, you know what? That was so conservative. I had given you a mark that was, 25 steps. I'm going to give you a mark that's 27 steps further so that I go further in the zone and be less conservative now that we've gotten into the final. So again, Tina gotten it from Tia. And then she's going to hit her mark right there. Janelle Smith runs off and has the baton in her hand before the 20-meter mark. One of the dangers of the safe pass is that the incoming runner gets so close to the outgoing runner. As you saw there, Tina had to lift her hand just to make sure that there was no body contact.
Because Janelle was drifting on the inside, so there was not enough space, so she didn't want to step on the line. So that's the lane discipline that is also required. The outgoing runner should stay on their side of the lane through the entire
Which is
zone.
the right side.
Right, in this case, for the ankle leg.
And even if the baton falls, you have a chance to pick it up, given or depending on how much momentum you would have lost. So I'm hearing that for the final, it's likely that Shericka Jackson will come in and could start to Tia Clayton, to Tina Clayton, to Shelley and Fraser Price. Is that what you're hearing, Bruce?
That's what I'm hearing, and I like that, especially based on what we saw in the heats. That's one of the beauties of the World Champs and the Olympics. We get an opportunity to see the athletes and how they perform in the heats. The combination worked very well today. Let me tell you how well it worked. 41.80 is the time they ran. The time that won the Olympic Games last year. 41.78 by the United States of America. That's how fast 41.80 is. And if we add the two, Shericka and Shelley-Ann, we're taking off 0.24 of a second from the time run today. Ceteris paribus, that's what you say, all things being equal, then we should go much faster in the final.
That final is going to be at 7:10 tomorrow morning, Jamaica time. The men's equivalent will be run at 7:20. What about this quartet we're hearing about now for the final, David? Shericka Jackson to Tia Clayton, to Tina Clayton, to Shelley and Fraser Price and Anchor.
It would be the best team that we can field, and I like the idea of Shelley anchoring just to bring home that special moment for her, her last race.
Give her that glory leg.
Give her that glory. I love it. Whenever you have opportunities like that to help athletes to cement their legacy, I think it is worth pursuing once it doesn't put the team in any adverse position. But I think it's great that they've done that. For Shelley and for the legacy of Jamaica's track and field.
Concord, Daniel?
Yeah, I think this formula, it works for them, and I wouldn't want to change too much. So the twins are together in the middle, and they did an excellent job in qualifying. So moving the first leg, switching that out, and switching the ankle leg with Shericka and Shelley-Ann, I think it works well.
All right, let's switch to the mile relay now, because the women's team of Dejanay Oakley, Stacey-Ann Williams, Ronisha McGregor, and Nikisha Price ran a world-leading 3 minutes 22.77 to qualify for the final, which will be at 6:40 tomorrow morning, Jamaica time. And I thought when I looked at this race today, Stacey and Williams ran an outstanding second leg and really set it up from there for the Jamaicans, Bruce.
Very well run, very well done. We did put perhaps our strongest four forward at this time. The top three Jamaicans this year have all gone sub 50. Dejanay Oakley at 49.65. Stacey Ann Williams, who just got the baton there, she's gone 49.59 and 49.46 for our anchor leg runner, Nikisha Price. The weak link on this case was Renisha McGregor. She ran a 52+ split, which is going to be a bit risky in the final. Especially when the U.S. is going to be adding some of their superpowers like Sydney McLaughlin and Netherlands adding Femke Ball. With that said, our goal is a medal, and I believe we can get a medal with this team. Question is there anybody else there who could step in? We could look at the 400-meter hurdlers. Based on what I just saw Danielle Dowie doing with Coach Riley, perhaps we could get Danielle on a private jet because she's a 400-meter hurdler herself to see. We need one more leg if we're going to really threaten for the top spot.
So would you look at an Andrea Knight, for example?
I would have, except she looked a little vulnerable in the 400-meter hurdles semis. Yeah. Cheyenne Salmon made it to the finals, but her time in the 400 hurdles was 54+. You know,
she has had some niggles
there
all season.
I'm not sure what kind of shape she's in, but she...
And I wondered about that as well, David, because with Shaquina, she ran well at trials. She has a faster season's best than Renisha did. The fact that they didn't have her run in either the mixed relay or the 4x4 women's makes me wonder if they're seeing something in Tokyo. So it's a little challenging. We do need one more leg if we're going to challenge for gold.
Who that stronger leg could possibly be, Daniel? It's
tough because it's clear that the ladies are not in the shape that they were in at the national trials because, you know, we've seen where athletes, you know, ran 50 points and 51 seconds, and now we're seeing 53 and 52 seconds. So it's on the back end of the season, and for some of the athletes who haven't had the opportunity to race as much and keep their form, we're seeing the effects of that here. So it's tough, and I'm just hoping that even if they have to rerun McGregor, that the first round, you know, she's able to get something from it and able to come back and give a stronger leg. But it's going to be tough. I don't see where we have a stronger athlete that can come in based on what we've seen. We might just get the same or maybe half a second better, which, I mean, wouldn't be bad. And unfortunately, Shericka Jackson may not be, you know, available for duties like, you know, in the past. So really challenging, but I think we got from Oakley a more aggressive effort than we've seen from her throughout the rounds. So she can take off more. They're all going to have to just go. It's a final, so I'm sure that that's enough to get them moving a bit.
David, Daniel spoke about athletes, some of them their form tapering off after national championships, and it is for this reason why coaching is a scientific thing. Getting athletes to peak at the right time, you get them up to a percentage of preparation readiness for trials, and then to get them to peak at this World Championships.
Yeah, or maintain their fitness going into the championships, which a lot of coaches try to do instead of getting them to peak a second time. And in her case, she would have had to run, many of them cases they had to run in the NCAA system, which they already had peak performances prior to that. So it is part of the reason why you need experienced coaches to guide the athletes at this level. And I think we do have a good quality, a crop of coaches, which is evident from the results that we've been getting. I mean, you can't beat the world if you don't know what you're doing. And so we can be confident that there might be some things that need to be tweaked, perfected, and but we are in good shape. We have a really good cadre of persons who are providing the guidance to the athletes, and we should be proud.
Yeah, no longer is coaching what we call a bowler thing or bowler approach, David. It has got to be scientific and meticulous.
Yeah, and I want to add that on October 6th is National Coaches Day, and they should appreciate the coaches.
Yes, indeed, quite so. They put in a lot of work, and David, of course, president of the local association for coaches, the Jamaica Track and Field Coaches Association. Let's look at the men now, because the quartet of Bovell McPherson, Javon Powell, Joshona Dennis and Delano Kennedy finished fourth in their heat in 2 minutes 59.13 seconds and advanced as one of the non-automatic qualifiers. Bruce, how did they look to you?
All right, so the great news is they ran sub 3 minutes. They qualified by time, which is really good. The challenging news is that we need to select at least one of them to be removed from the team so that our national champion and fastest Jamaican this year, Rasheen McDonald, can be added. My recommendation, get Rasheen McDonald on that first leg. And it's pretty clear based on the splits run today, Joshua Dennis was the slowest of the splits running the third leg, and so he would be removed. The question is, to get on the medal podium, do we need to take one more person off? Do we take Javon Powell, who ran 44.39 off, or Bovell McPherson, who ran 44.30 off? No, it's actually the other way around. I think Javon did the 44.30. And who would I put on? Possibly Zandrian Barnes, who ran 44.00 at this championships in the mixed relays. So that's one of the possibilities. So the less out-of-the-box thinking would say, just add Rasheen McDonald on the first leg. He's our national champion, give us a great start, and we hope to finish in the top 6. Or add Zandrian Barnes, and we probably challenge for a medal.
And Antonio Watson says he is having some physical issues, based on what he said. If he was in shape, he would have been a prime-time contender for a place there, David.
Definitely. I would make 2 changes. I would bring in Barnes and I would bring in McDonald.
Okay.
I'd take out Powell and Dennis. And, you know, if McDonald is only committed to running the first leg, then I'd have him do that. Otherwise, I'll give him some clear instructions as to what I want him to do in terms of the leg. And see how, yeah, I mean, it's possible. It's possible. I think Bovell did a really good job with the lead-off. We've seen Javon Powell already on the lead-off in the mixed relay.
Yes.
Weren't very impressed with his effort in terms of the quality of the effort, not in terms of the quality of the time, not in terms of his effort. But I think we have, you know, firepower in the other 2 guys to do something very special.
Yeah, how are you seeing it, Danielle?
I think we're in a strong position because we're trying to decide between 2 44 guys to put on the final. So that's pretty good because we know Rasheen is going to come on. And he said it after his final that ready to pop off on the first leg. We're going to need a strong start. The Botswanans, USA, if they get reinstated, they're going to come with a 44 leg or a 43 leg on the start leg. So we need our best runner, and right now, that's Rasheen McDonald. So I'm happy with him wanting to start. That's where I want to see him. We have 3 other guys that can split 44. They ran it in the open, so I'm confident that they can put up a good fight to get on to the podium.
Okay, and the men's final will be 6:25 tomorrow morning Jamaica time. The women's equivalent will be at 6:40. There is going to be a rerun as well to add one more team to the men's 4x4 final.